Hi everyone. Good evening from Christine Richardson at Natural Healing. Today I am going to answer another question of my mums that keep asking me how to harness the power of nature for our health, our mental health and our physical health, and why that is so important. So the mums that I'm working with and in general are asking me on a regular basis, why is that so important? So tonight I'm going to give you 3 top tips, what to remember, which will hopefully motivate you on the days when you just really can't be asked to go outside. Hi Jen, hi Heather, nice to have you here tonight. Yeah, so I hope you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if everything is okay and the connection is good. Let me just double. Is it all good for you guys? Excellent. So why is the outdoors and nature so important? So there are 3 things I'm going to talk about tonight. The number 1 thing is vitamin D. That's probably something that you're all going to say first of all. The second one is electricity. So we're going to talk a little bit about electricity, and the third one is light. So here we go. I've made a few notes so I don't forget to tell you anything that's really important about those things. But again, as usual now, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet because I know we're all really busy and we can't wait to put our feet up and relax for the end of the day. So vitamin D is a vitamin. Actually, it acts as a hormone in our body. It's an absolute immune booster, and our body can't make it by itself. It needs natural sunlight to actually do it. You can get vitamin D from a few things in your food, like oily fish, and but you have to eat a lot of it to actually be getting enough vitamin D to help your body to function properly. So vitamin D is needed to fight off viruses and bacteria, and that's where its vital function for our immune system comes in to play. So by going outside for about 10-15 minutes, ideally obviously you'd like to be exposing your arms to the sunlight, so without being covered up, but that's not really possible at the moment. So even just going outside for half an hour every day, getting a bit of sunlight or whatever light we have got out there, that helps with your vitamin D production. Most people are vitamin D deficient, and it would help to supplement with a good quality vitamin D supplement. So if you have any questions on supplementation, please don't hesitate to ask me and send me a private message, and I'm more than happy to help. So if you are thinking possibly you could be deficient, I'm going to give you 3 common symptoms for vitamin D deficiency that you might not even relate to vitamin D at all. But that could be your checklist, your quick checklist to see whether you are actually getting enough vitamin D. So if your energy levels are really low and you're feeling very fatigued most of the day and tired, then that could be a sign that you are deficient in vitamin D, because vitamin D helps with our energy levels in our body. Secondly, if you are prone to infections, especially in winter, whether that is cold, flu or respiratory tract infections, then again, that can be a sign that you are vitamin D deficient, because vitamin D really boosts our immune system. So have a think about that one. And thirdly, vitamin D very much supports our bone structure. So if you have pain in your bones, or you're having lower back pain and chronic lower back pain, could very much be a sign that you are vitamin D deficient. So those are just 3 big ones that you could check for yourself. So get outside, get some vitamin D, and obviously this will help with your energy levels, with your mood. It will help with your bones, and it helps boost your immune system and fight infections simply by going outside and getting fresh air and sunlight, vitamin D every day. So the second one I'm going to talk about is electricity. So maybe this will put you back into your school days a little bit, but bear with me. And I'm going to keep this very simple, really. So if you just think about, obviously electricity runs through our body. That's how our heart pumps. It can be measured with an ECG. It's electrical impulses. Our cells, when they're rested, have a lot of negative ions. So that's like the charge in the electricity. So obviously that's lovely, but when it's pumping, the heart's pumping, that's positive ions. But when we want to relax and we want to reduce our stress levels, we want to be surrounding ourselves with a lot of negative ions. And guess what? Fresh air is full of negative ions. There's a lot more negative ions in fresh air than there will be in your house. So therefore, you need to get outside every day to kind of gas up on more negative ions, which will then help your cells to relax. It is proven, certain studies have proven that the negative ions in our cells will help you relax. It helps to battle depression. It increases your mood, and generally makes you feel better, reduces your stress levels, and with that then boosts the immune system, and it inhibits actually the growth of harmful viruses and bacteria. So again, especially nowadays, you really want to be getting fresh air and increasing the number of negative ions in your body. Now, the things that we do lots of the day long is sitting in front of computers, being on our cell phones, all of those things, television even, are massively charged with positive ions. So we are exposed to a lot more positive ions, which create a lot more kind of disharmony in our body if they are out of balance with the negative ions. So therefore, you really want to go and kind of fill your system back up with negative ions by simply going outside and getting fresh air. The concentration of negative ions is the highest around where water is rushing. So whether it is rain or whether it's a waterfall or a river or moving water, or whether it is after a storm and the air is still charged with a lot of electricity, just go outside. So we live in the UK. So there's a lot of water, there's a lot of rain. Go outside and enjoy it, because that moving water will give your body the negative ions that you will need to help reduce stress in your system, boost your immunity, and fight off harmful viruses and bacteria. So that's the second point. Oh, hi, Alex. Great, nice to hear that that is good advice for you. Hi Laura, we've got Vanessa here. We still have Jen and Heather. Lovely. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's so great to have you all. Let me know if you're finding this useful. If this is completely new to you, also let me know. I'd love to know. It's always interesting to hear what you're thinking. Hello, Romy. We have Romy in the house. Wonderful. Yes, Alex is watching from New Zealand. Hello. Wonderful. So we're very international tonight. So just fantastic. So if you've only just joined us, I've been talking about the first 2 out of 3 things that really helping us to harness Mother Nature's power for our health. The first one was vitamin D, which you're probably all aware of, and vitamin D is an absolute immune booster. So go and listen back to those things. I talked about a few deficiency symptoms, which can be a little checklist for you or for your loved ones to see if they are potentially deficient of vitamin D. The second one is electricity. I was talking about the negative and positive ions in the environment and how much negative ions actually help us relax in our bodies. So negative ions can be found outdoors in the fresh air, and that's why it's so vital that we go out there every day and stop exposing ourselves all day long to positive ions, which is in the house with all of our electronics, everything, whether that is your hub, the electronic hub that you've got, whether it's your mobile phone or your computer, us working in front of computers every day long. So that is countered by getting out there and getting fresh air. And the last one really is just a little reminder that we are beings of light, because we are electricity, we are energy. That means we are light. So therefore, go outside every day and get some energy from the source, which is Mother Nature, because we are nature. So just go and unite with it and enjoy the wonderful effects that it has by being outside, being by the sea, being by a lake, being just simply in the mountains. Just taking it all in, taking a deep breath of wonderful energy out there. So that's it. That's my 3 top tips for today on how to harness Mother Nature's power and why it is so important for our well-being, not only mentally, but also physically. So if you have any questions, I'm very happy to stay on. And I would love for you to join me if you want to hear about my health hacks, my tips, my healthy recipes for families. Then please register at www.christinerichardson.co.uk. It's spelled like my page, Kristin. And I'd love to have you join on my website, and then you will always be the first ones to hear about news and free recipes and health hacks that I am sharing. Otherwise, you can see me here every Monday evening, 8 p.m. GMT, for some mindful thoughts for our health and well-being. Thank you, Jen. You're very welcome. Yes, thank you very much. I've actually, washed my hair. It's lovely in lockdown to have a reason to go out there and, put some nice clothes on and get yourself ready. Heather saying, very interesting. Thank you. You're very welcome. So your daily walks, Heather, you now understand why they're so important to your health. Vanessa, wholeheartedly agree with all that. I can't function if I don't get out every day. Yes, absolutely. And I think for me as well, I find my kids are really benefiting going outside every day, rain or shine, because I can really tell in their energy how it changes them, because now they have to do so much work in front of a computer because their schoolwork is all digital. You can really tell how it actually affects their energy negatively. So we go out every afternoon and tank up, gas up on those negative ions in our system. Okay, so if there is no questions, then I will love you and leave you. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. All right. Lots of love and good night, everyone. Bye for now.